You know, it really feels like things are going from bad to worse at our airports. We've been talking about travel delays and lineups for months now. And then last night, Air Canada announced it's reducing flights this summer over staffing shortages, and Ottawa confirming border restrictions into Canada will last until the end of September. Joining us with a closer look at the situation at our airports is aviation consultant Robert Kokonis, President and CEO of AirTrav Inc. Good morning.
Good morning.
A few things to get through. Let's start with delays. Nearly half of domestic flights across Canada were delayed on Tuesday. Nearly half. And 8%, well, they were read out canceled. So when you look at the data from the airports in Montreal and Toronto, there were even more cancellations. Given Air Canada's announcement last night, what do the next few weeks look like for travelers?
Let's not forget that Air Canada already had announced early June they were canceling a number of flights. So this announcement yesterday is recognizing that they can't continue with the status quo, whether it's staffing shortages or inept government preparedness and government stubbornness on the travel policy standpoint. So they really had no choice but to do that. I'm afraid that the next 8 weeks, we're still going to have a mess. You know, we're facing a travel surge. We knew a year ago that there were going to be a lot of people traveling, and we were doing our best as an industry to get prepared for that. Unfortunately, the government didn't keep up in lockstep with us. Pardon me. So that, along with the reality that we have this big surge, government policy staying in place, as you mentioned on the intro, along with continued delays at the passport offices, I think the summer is still going to be very tough. Yes, the Air Canada flight reductions will be helpful, but it's still going to be a challenging summer.
8 weeks. Boy, that's a long time. I want to jump ahead to luggage, because this is a problem that seems like it's just getting worse, not better, especially lost luggage. We reached out to the Greater Toronto Airport Authority. They told us they've implemented a baggage service recovery task force. We got a task force in place that's trying to track down and respond to human error due to newer airline ground handler employees. They're also trying to address system failures and do real-time preventative maintenance. I'm not even sure what all of that means, but I know there's still a lot of people that don't have their luggage. Why are so many pieces of luggage being lost?
Yeah, let's also note that it's not just a Toronto or a Montreal occurrence. It's a hot mess right now in a lot of the British airports, London in particular, Frankfurt, Amsterdam. But it's all about a cascading series of events. When one airplane shows up and can't get a gate, it's got to wait on the tarmac a couple of hours, you're going to have delayed passengers, missed connections, and baggage that does not make it to the traveler's onward flight. You're going to have that aircraft that then gets delayed to its next destination. And if that crew, pilots and cabin crew, were to take that airplane to another destination, they could potentially be breaking their regulated maximum duty days. So this is a cascading series of events. And given some of the staff shortages, you've got ground crews running from gate to gate or airplane to airplane, doing their best to keep up, but unfortunately baggage is not necessarily making the onward connection. So this has to be fixed, and again, hopefully Air Canada's announced schedule reduction, about a 15% cut, will relieve some of that stress and make sure we're getting those bags matched up with the passengers to the final destination.
We have about 30 seconds left, but I want to make sure we touch on border restrictions. Ottawa is saying that those restrictions are going to stay in place to enter Canada. They're in place at least now until September 30th. Just a reminder, it means documents provided to Parliament show that the Canadian Border Services Agency has 1,900 officers who are working at airports as of May, and that's fewer than it had in January of 2020, even January 2016. There's the numbers there. Aside from hiring more people, what can be done to improve the security screening process?
Well, security screening, lack of accountability, more training, better technology, all of the above processes. Why are we having to take our toothpaste out of our home Ziploc bag and put it into a cat's Ziploc bag? Ridiculous. The arrival front for customs and immigration, as we talked about already, the ArriveCan app, it is increasing screening times from about 40 seconds per passenger upwards of 3.5, even 4 minutes. So things like that ArriveCan app makes no sense anymore. We've got travel restrictions being dropped around the world. People that had a double dose of the vaccine well over a year ago, the efficacy may not be there anyway. So the government is just proving again its political stubbornness on this file, and it's not helpful. Even the passport office, there's all sorts of things we can do. Allow travelers to hold on to their passport until they get the new one, or even endorse, as the British government can do, endorse one of the first pages of the passport, so folks can keep traveling at least another year.
Yeah, it's enough to make people, though, really reconsider air travel right now, especially this summer. Robert, thanks for coming on.
Indeed. Thank you, Anne-Marie.
Well, we reached out to Transport Canada about measures being taken to boost staffing levels, to deal with baggage claim issues, and the improvement on screening times. Here's what they had to say. Transport Canada is regularly meeting with CATSA, airports and airlines alongside PHAC, Border Services, and NAV Canada every week to find solutions to address those bottlenecks affecting travel, including luggage. Thanks to these actions, CATSA now has hired more than 1,000 new screeners in airports and has surpassed its summer hiring targets. Try not to check a bag.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.